We're hoping to give you an insight to the team that brings you news from down here to all of Middle Georgia. The Telegraph is the only Macon news organization that has a full-time staff dedicated to the news from Houston and Peach counties. Not only do we include this news in the main Telegraph at Macon.com, but we print an additional Sun News community newspaper every Wednesday for our Houston and Peach County subscribers. We operate from a building on Green Street, just across from Robins Air Force Base, where we have a team of 5 reporters and an editor. Right now, one of those reporters is on vacation. That's Becky Purser. She covers cops and courts. But let's meet everyone else and get a little bit about them. Jennifer, our fearless leader, is going to go first.
Hey everyone, I've been working at the Telegraph for 7 years now. I came here after I graduated from the University of Georgia, where I majored in newspapers. And I first covered higher education as a reporter, and then I covered Bibb County government. Then in 2009, I came down to work in Houston County, and I edited the Sun News, which is a weekly community paper that we put out, and I did some general assignment reporting. And in 2011, I became the editor down here.
Okay. And Jenna's got to run off to an assignment at Mercer University, so we're going to let her go next, give a little bit about herself.
Hey guys, my name is Jenna Mink, and I'm the Houston and Peach education reporter. I've been a professional reporter for about 5 years. I came here last October from Kentucky, so I'm the newbie of the entire office. So basically what I cover is all the schools in Houston and Peach County. I cover all the happenings in the classroom and the schools and policies on the district and statewide level. And I go to all the board meetings so you guys don't have to. And I cover all the colleges too, which is actually where I'm getting ready to head in a few minutes. And my assignment is pretty cool being a reporter in general. It's fun doing education too. You get to go into the classrooms and see what's going on in there, and kind of takes you back to your old school days. But actually, as part of this beat, I got to interview President Jimmy Carter a few months ago, because he's on the board of the Mercer Board of Regents, which was pretty neat. He was very generous and let us interview him for a few minutes, so that was really neat. And another cool thing, and then I'll shut up, as part of at my last newspaper, which was in Bowling Green, Kentucky, I actually was assigned to the skydiving and wrote about it. So that was the most extreme thing I've ever done for the newspaper and in my life. So so it can be a fun job. And back to you, Christina.
Okay, we're going to let you go, Jenna. See you later.
Guys.
And now we'll let Wayne give us a little bit about himself.
Hi, I'm the military reporter. I've been covering Robins Air Force Base for about the past 2 years. And before that, I worked on Robins Air Force Base as a reporter for the Rev-Up newspaper. And before that, I had various things for the Telegraph, including covering business, crime. I used to be the Dublin reporter. Now I've been working at the Telegraph for 13 years now. I really like what I do. Get to learn about a lot of interesting things and cover a lot of interesting things and meet a lot of interesting people. Probably the most interesting thing I've covered this year is I did a story about a group of military leaders who have a business. They go out and kill wild hogs, which is a big problem in this area. But never know what will happen on any given day, so that's what I like about my job.
Okay. And Angela? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Angela's our community reporter. I think she's having...
I'm Angela Woolen, and I'm the community... You ready for me? Okay.
Yeah.
Like Christina said, I am the community reporter for the Sun News, and I cover Warner Robins American National League, and I cover the Georgia National Fairgrounds, as well as general hodgepodge of stories around Houston and Peach counties. I've worked at the Telegraph for 12 years. I started in obituaries, and I went to court, and I was the neighbors editor, and then I sold advertising. So basically, the only thing I haven't done at the Telegraph is deliver newspapers. My most interesting story was when I got to go to the Little League World Series with the Warner Robins team in 2011. And just writing about that for a week was an incredible experience.
Okay, and of course, I'm Christina Wright. I'm the government reporter. I cover I'm responsible for the government news coming out of the 7 governments in Houston and Peach counties. That includes the cities and the counties themselves. I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I've been working towards a career in journalism since I was 14 and went to school at Howard University to get the degree that everyone said you needed in order to make a career at this. I graduated in 2009. My first job was in Indiana as a cops and courts reporter. And about a year and a half later, I came here. I've been here about 2.5 years now. My most interesting story was from my very first day, mostly because it was my very first day. Our city council here in Warner Robins voted not to reappoint the city attorney, Jim Elliott, who had been here for more than 2 decades. It was pretty surprising to everyone, and a really interesting way to introduce myself to all of the figureheads here. I like stories like that, things that get my blood pumping, and I like the impossible. If you can't really say how it's going to get done, and then you throw it my way, I'm supposed to figure out what it is and sift through all the documents that most people don't really want to, stacks and stacks of them. That's my gig. So I think one of the most interesting stories that our bureau has covered was the Kit Colburn missing boy last year. As a whole, we had a team right here in Warner Robins that was able to quickly deploy to just about every part of the city and cover it from night until day. Our education reporter at the time was Karen Grant. She's no longer with us, but she was on the story. Becky Purser, our cops reporter, as well as Angela and Wayne had some parts in that, and myself. So I wanted to let Wayne and Angela tell us a little bit about what they did on those stories. Wayne?
Yeah, my role in that was I didn't do as much as the others did. I kind of came in at the end, and I was able to go out and find the guys who found the boy. They still happen to be at the house where they found the boy. There were a couple of exterminators. So that made for a pretty interesting story.
And weren't we the first ones to get that, Wayne, that it was the 2 exterminators for sure?
I believe we were.
Okay. Because we were here. Angela, what was your part in the story, in the coverage of Kit Colburn?
I think I was in the office making phone calls, as well as we do sort of maps, but that's all I remember about doing. I honestly don't remember what I did.
That's okay. I could have sworn you also didn't you have some contacts with the Little League that kind of helped us out with that? That's okay. Well, I did a couple videos out on the ground.
For that.
I was out on the ground with the search party. I did a couple of videos, some messages to Kid, covered the press conferences as the news was coming in, and that sort of thing. But we were able to have reporters at the school, at the search site, back at the office making calls and sort of sifting through information. Our fearless leader just happened to be off that week, so she had to just watch what we brought in. So we wanted to leave you with one thing we think readers should know about newspaper operations, or just about our bureau in general. We'll start with Jennifer.
Well, one thing I wanted to let everybody know is if anybody has, a news tip, they can call me or email me. My phone number is 478-256-9705. My email is jburk@macon.com. And, I'll try to get back with whoever calls me about a tip. We definitely like getting them. But if you have a question about delivery or customer service, usually, I can pass your information on, but I'm not the best person to help you with that. And the number for that is 1-679-397. If you go to macon.com and click on customer service, there are also some things you can do on our website as well related to that.
Okay. Angela?
I would just like to tell readers that if you see something or feel like something's not being covered, let us know. I had so many people who tell me that they, like, why don't we cover this thing? We should have been there. And I honestly, most of the time we don't know about it. If you don't tell us it's going on, we can't cover it. And my information is, my phone number is 478-952-6114, and my email is awoolen@macon.com.
Wayne?
Well, I guess along those same lines, I would just, since it's my job to cover the base, there's more than 20,000 people that work on the base and a lot of different parts of it. So anybody who works on the base, if you know of anything going on there, because I'm not allowed to go onto the base and just wander around, I have to be escorted by the media people there. But you certainly are welcome to call 256-9725 if you have any ideas about what might be a good story that people should know about on the base.
And mine. I wanted to talk about and Jennifer touched on it a little bit with circulation. Our newsroom staff, unfortunately, does not have much to do with the other parts of the newspaper operation: circulation, advertising, editorial, which is opinion pieces. There's always been a sort of Chinese wall between us and everyone else to make sure that the news coverage remains unbiased. We have numbers, and the information is definitely on our website. We can send you there if you have any questions. We can send you to the right person. But 9 times out of 10, we can't do anything about that. And in particular, on editorials, we get some phone calls sometimes with people upset and thinking that the reporters had a part in it. We don't actually have a part in the opinion pieces. Most of the time, I don't even know an opinion piece runs until you see it. I see it at the same time as you do. But if you do have a news tip, always feel free to reach out to me. My phone number is 478-256-9685. My email is chwright, it's CHWRIGHT @macon.com. And you can also find me on Twitter. I'm @Wright, WRIGHT. Now, NOW86. I typically tweet from any of the government meetings that I cover or some of the announcements. Coming soon, you'll see a lot of elections coverage coming from my Twitter account, and we typically try to retweet each other, and you can find the other reporters as well. Thank you for hanging out. If you've got any questions, for sure reach out to us.